Ever sat there pondering why some parents rule with an iron fist while others are as chill as cucumber? Or why some parents are in their kids' face 24/7 while others seem to have mastered the art of social distancing way before it was a trend? Welcome to the Parenting Punchline. Today we're diving into parenting styles uncovered, the good, the bad, and the funny. The parenting world, my friends, is like a maze, but instead of cheese at the end, you get a well-brought-up kid. Or at least that's the plan. You see, parenting is like a snowflake. No two are alike. It's a constantly changing, multifaceted journey that's as distinctive as the little monsters. The delightful cherubs we're raising. And what, pray, is a parenting style? Picture it as your personal GPS that guides you on your crazy parenting journey. It's the blueprint that shapes our antics, decisions, and chit-chats as parents. It's a player in the kids' character-building game that can leave a deep imprint on their growth and happiness. Here's the kicker though, parenting styles are like flavors at an ice cream parlor. There's not just one or two, but a whole smorgasbord to choose from. Some parents play the strict general, drawing crystal clear boundaries while also whispering sweet words of independence and dialogue. Others take a laissez-faire attitude, bestowing upon their offspring the freedom to play Fortnite at 2 a.m. Then there are the my way or the highway parents, putting the disc in discipline. And the ones who are often missing in action, the uninvolved parents who seem to think their children are like houseplants. Each flavor or style comes with its own surprise toppings of pros and cons, strengths and weaknesses. But fear not. We're not leaving you in the parenting wilderness with a broken compass. In the next few minutes, we'll be dissecting these parenting styles, giving you a peek inside their ingredients and measuring their spice levels. So, fasten your seatbelts, we plummet down the rabbit hole into the wonderland of parenting styles, their quirks and consequences. First up, we have the authoritarian parenting style, often known as the because I said so approach. Imagine a household where rules are not just rules, they're law. There's no room for negotiation or discussion. You might be picturing a military-style regimen, and you wouldn't be far off. That's the essence of the authoritarian parenting style. These parents are like the drill sergeants of the family. They set high expectations and strictly enforce rules. It's a world of do's and don'ts, and the whys often go unanswered. Picture a parent who insists on absolute obedience at the dinner table. No elbows on the table, no speaking with your mouth full, and certainly no getting up until everyone has finished eating. The rules are clear, and they're non-negotiable. But it's not just about rules. Authoritarian parents also tend to offer less emotional warmth. There's less cuddling, less I love yous, and more focus on discipline and order. It's a style that values obedience and respect for authority above all, and emotional connection often takes a back seat. Now you might be thinking, well, isn't that a good thing? Kids need discipline, right? And you're not wrong. Children do need structure and discipline. They need to understand that actions have consequences. But the authoritarian style can sometimes tip the balance too far. The issue with the authoritarian parenting style is that it can be a bit too cold, a bit too rigid. It can lead to children who are obedient, yes, but also children who struggle with self-esteem and social skills. These children may do well on paper, but they might hesitate to take initiatives or express themselves freely. They might even struggle to form relationships with their peers simply because they've been trained to follow rules rather than to connect with others. While this style may produce obedient children, it could also lead to low self-esteem and poor social skills. Remember, balance is key. Next, we explore the permissive parenting style, also known as the anything goes approach. This style is characterized by high responsiveness but low demands. It's like being your child's best friend rather than their parent. You'll find these parents supporting their children's freedom with few rules or expectations. Picture this: a parent who allows their child to stay up until midnight on a school night, watching cartoons and munching on chips. Why? Because they don't want to set boundaries. They believe in unrestricted love, avoiding conflict, and promoting free expression. Permissive parents often indulge their children's whims and fancies. Imagine a 10-year-old asking for a smartphone. A permissive parent might say, "Sure, why not? We can even download some cool games." There's an absence of rules, and children are free to do as they please. But, like a movie with too many plot twists, the permissive parenting style has its downsides. While it's fantastic to encourage freedom and independence, the lack of structure and discipline can lead to issues down the line. Remember our midnight cartoon watcher? Well, they might struggle to wake up for school, leading to poor academic performance. And our smartphone owner, they may spend more time on screens and less time interacting with the real world. Children of permissive parents could grow into adults who struggle with self-discipline. They might find it hard to set boundaries for themselves, leading to challenges in personal and professional life. They're also more likely to engage in risky behavior like experimenting with substances or driving at breakneck speeds because they've grown up without clear rules or consequences. But before we paint a bleak picture, let's remember every parenting style has its pros and cons. The key is finding a balance. Permissive parents are often very loving and open, fostering a strong bond with their children. Their kids may grow up to be creative, free thinkers, unafraid to march to the beat of their own drum. This style may result in children who struggle with self-discipline and are more likely to engage in risky behavior. As always, moderation is important. After all, parenting isn't a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and a whole lot of learning on the way. Third on our list is the authoritative parenting style, often referred to as the ideal approach. Now, why is it seen as ideal? Let's delve into that. Imagine a parent, let's call him John. John maintains high expectations for his child, but not without a healthy dose of emotional warmth. He sets clear boundaries, rules, and guidelines, but these are not just imposed dictatorially. Instead, they are explained and discussed. It's not just a because I said so scenario. John wants his child to understand why some behaviors are encouraged and others are not. This is a key characteristic of the authoritative style. Parents like John are firm but fair. They enforce rules, yes, but they also validate their child's feelings and encourage independence. They're like a good coach, setting high standards but also providing the support and encouragement needed to reach those standards. Now let's consider a real-world example. Picture a scenario where John's child wants to stay up late on a school night to watch a movie. An authoritarian parent might simply say no, but John, being authoritative, handles it differently. He acknowledges his child's desire, explaining that he understands why they want to watch the movie. However, he also emphasizes the importance of a good night's sleep, particularly on a school night. John might suggest an alternative, like watching the movie over the weekend. Instead, this way he maintains the boundary but also validates his child's feelings and encourages problem solving. The beauty of the authoritative style is that it combines the best of both worlds. It provides structure and guidance, as in the authoritarian style, but also warmth and open communication, as in the permissive style. It's like having a cake and eating it too, only in this case, the cake is a well-adjusted, confident child. Children raised in this style tend to be self-disciplined, responsible, and emotionally mature. They're often confident, competent, and capable of making wise decisions. However, it's essential to remember that what works for one child may not work for another. Parenting, after all, isn't a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It's a journey, a process, and every child is a unique individual with their own needs and personality traits. Last but not least, we have the uninvolved parenting style, where parents are often detached and unresponsive. Picture this. You're a kid again, and you're coming home from school with a fantastic piece of artwork you've just created. You're brimming with pride and can't wait to show it off. You rush through the door, but there's nobody there to share in your joy. This is a typical experience for children with uninvolved parents. In the uninvolved parenting style, parents show low levels of both demands and responsiveness. It's like a ghost ship sailing on the sea of parenthood. The ship is there, but there's no captain at the helm. It's a style where parents might provide for their child's basic needs: food, shelter, clothing, but they're often absent from their child's life due to work or other commitments. Imagine a kid at a school play scanning the audience for a familiar face, but their parent is missing. Or picture a child at a parent-teacher meeting sitting alone while their friends are accompanied by their parents. These are typical scenarios for children with uninvolved parents. Now, don't get us wrong, we're not saying these parents don't love their children. In fact, many uninvolved parents love their children deeply. But for various reasons, they're not engaged in their child's life. They're not there for the school plays, the parent-teacher meetings, or to celebrate the little victories like that fantastic piece of artwork. This style of parenting can have some serious effects on children. It could lead to children feeling neglected, struggling with self-esteem issues, and having difficulties forming healthy relationships. It's like a child trying to build a Lego tower without the instructions. They're left to figure things out on their own, and that can be a daunting task. So remember, parents, your presence matters. You're the captain of that ship. Your child needs you at the helm, guiding them through the choppy waters of life. They need you there to celebrate their victories, big and small, and to support them through their challenges. This style could lead to children feeling neglected and struggling with self-esteem issues. Remember, your presence matters to your child. Enjoying the ride through different parenting styles? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay tuned for more parenting insights. Let's keep the fun rolling together. And as always, thanks for watching.